Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, man, check this out. I was just thinking about something, man, and you guys know me. I like to point stuff out and present evidence and present facts. And, as I said before, a lot of people can't take what I have to say about certain people and certain issues. But that's just me, and I'm going to continue to do it. But I notice my subscribers and listeners are smart people, and they can figure out what's going on. But I want to present some facts to you about Max Kellerman, and I'm going to keep going in on Max Kellerman because Max Kellerman is a phony, and basically he didn't brought that Jim Lampley, that Jim Lampley bigoted, you know what I'm saying, make America great again attitude towards boxers to ESPN. And I know it's gonna be some naive youngsters, that's gonna say, oh man, well, Max Kellerman listened to hip-hop music, so what? Like I said, Donald Trump listened to hip-hop music. Look what type of person that he is. And like I said before, I'm not even gonna monetize this video because there's certain videos that just need to be put up, that people need to listen to. I've gotten into it with Max Kellerman a couple of times. Like I said before I even started covering boxing, about him spewing out bullshit. But to me, I feel like Max Kellerman ain't no different from Jim Lampley. I feel he is the new Jim Lampley. He wants to bring the old media mentality to ESPN. Okay, one, like I said, I told you he's the voice of bigoted white supremacy when it comes to boxing. Like, he keeps putting emphasis on like how Manny Pacquiao is the greatest ever. Manny Pacquiao ain't the greatest ever. I can name, like I said, I can name like 30 fighters that's better than Manny Pacquiao. Shit, Juan Manuel Marquez is better than Manny Pacquiao. The guy that actually beat Manny Pacquiao like 4 times and didn't get credit for it. While Manny Pacquiao fans are always talking about how great he is and all that stuff. And I want to say something to you Manny Pacquiao fans that's coming on my channel saying, why won't I didn't show my face before. Do I gotta make another video showing you what type of shit that I got in my house and showing what's gonna happen to you if you run up on me? Do I gotta make another one of them type of videos? Yeah, maybe I should. Okay? Yeah, maybe I should. So, like I said before, even if I show my face, it's not like you gonna run up on me. And I just suggest you watch your fucking mouth. Real talk. Don't threaten me, okay? You telling me to show my face, but then you got a faceless avatar. Okay, that makes sense. But anyway, now, let me get back to Max Kellerman. It appears that Max Kellerman prefers losers over winners. Once again, how can you say that Manny Pacquiao is better than Floyd Mayweather when Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather? It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about, oh, well, Floyd ran. And see, that's what I'm saying. And that's where the Manny Pacquiao fans so full of shit they are. Manny Pacquiao lost, and it's just that simple. No excuses, man. Nobody ain't trying to hear that. Because when Manny Pacquiao, when Manny Pacquiao wins, his fans don't want to hear no excuses. But like I said, Max Kellerman is speaking talking points on a certain demographic. Okay? He basically saying that a dude that has like 7 losses should possibly have 10. Really should have 10. Okay? If you count the Marquez fights. Okay? Is better than a dude that never lost in the ring. Do that make any kind of sense? So, okay. If that's the case, then you guys, the Toronto Raptors ain't a better team than the Golden State Warriors this year. They beat the Golden State Warriors. Whatever the fact may be, if this guy was there, if that dude wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? If this would have happened, then the Warriors would have won. But they wasn't there. They wasn't there. Okay? So Toronto won. Toronto is the 2019 NBA champions. We can make all the excuses about what would have happened to KD. Well, KD didn't really play. Okay? The Raptors won. They are the champs. Okay? Yeah, on paper, the Warriors looked like they was the better team. Well, they didn't win. That don't make any kind of sense. But that's Max Kellerman's talking about. Okay, I'll do you one better. Those Utah Jazz teams that lost back-to-back NBA finals to the Chicago Bulls, they were better than the Chicago Bulls. So let me get this straight. Winners are really losers. Because that's according to Max Kellerman. When he says that Manny Pacquiao is better than Floyd Mayweather, or he possibly the greatest ever. Because like I said, what he did is he took Jim Lampley's hatred for Floyd Mayweather, he took it over to ESPN. And we all know that ESPN is the anti-Floyd Mayweather network. We know that. He took that over there. But he said that Jim Lampley is his hero, his idol. Jim Lampley. This is the same Jim Lampley. This is the same damn Jim Lampley that bashed Floyd Mayweather for domestic violence. And talk about Floyd might as well fight a woman, but this is the same dude that got convicted of the same thing as Floyd Mayweather. Max Kellerman was suspended for slapping his wife. He admitted that he slapped his wife in an elevator. But he trying to talk about somebody else. Like I said, watch his talking points. He will say Manny Pacquiao was better than Floyd Mayweather. But then when it comes to comparing all-time boxing greats like Sugar Ray Robinson and all them type of people, Pernell Whitaker, he'll say Pernell Whitaker would have beat Floyd Mayweather, but he won't say he would have beat Manny Pacquiao. You got to say that he would have beat both of them, which Pernell Whitaker probably would have beat Floyd Mayweather. I know he would have schooled Manny Pacquiao. He would have had Manny Pacquiao looking stupid. But see, Max Kellerman never wants to bring that up. He loves to compare what a lot of white people do, is try to compare blacks versus blacks and play blacks up against blacks. Don't be fooled how Max Kellerman talk about other black boxers that he likes. Y'all got to understand, guys like Max Kellerman, they use that as a smokescreen, as a front. Okay? He not making no kind of sense when he says that. And I say once again, I don't give a damn about the stuff when it comes to this, about Floyd outside of the ring. The comments. I'm talking about the boxer. Like I said, I can distinguish one from another. I've said this on several occasions. I don't like how Floyd moves outside of boxing. Don't like it at all. So that's for you guys that are sitting up here saying that I'll be caping for Floyd and all that. I already know how Floyd rolled. I don't need you to tell me. I'm talking about Floyd the boxer. As black people, to a certain degree, we do need to acknowledge what Floyd did in the ring. Whether you think he a handkerchief head coon or not. Okay? Because the same way people like to make it look like Floyd didn't fight some of the best fighters that was out there. Well, neither did Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Like I said before, Manny Pacquiao cherry-picked Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman was plagued with injuries. And basically, you know what I'm saying, he had fought 3 times in the last 3 years. Where Errol Spence has been fighting at least 2 to 3 times a year. Crawford tries to fight 2 times a year. Manny could have fought both of those dudes, and he did not want to fight them. And then, not to mention, he had been avoiding Keith Thurman for like the last 3 or 4 years. He could have been fought Keith Thurman. Okay, even when he was with Top Rank. So yeah, I'm just keeping it thorough about Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao did not fight everybody. So and let's talk about his seven championships in I'll say 7 instead of 8, because they say he an 8th division champion. One of them belts he won, I think, was a IBO belt. And that ain't exactly what you call a top tier belt. That's sort of like what you call in the Dairy Queen versus McDonald's category as far as belts go. So that wasn't a top tier belt. So actually he got about really 7. And then if you look at the people he fought to get those belts, most of them were not pound for pound fighters. Okay. And I think one of them or 2 of them was vacant. Okay. I gotta look again. He didn't beat world beaters to get those titles. Okay. So let's just keep it thorough. But that's what I'm saying about getting back to Max Kellerman. And Manny Pacquiao's fans try to throw that up in people's face like that means something. And then he was never undisputed. Just like Floyd wasn't. I done said this on several occasions that Manny Pacquiao was a great fighter. But he's not the GOAT to me. As I said before, I don't care about Manny Pacquiao's predominantly Filipino fans not liking me. I don't give a fuck about y'all not liking me or having an issue with me. I can say what I want to say. I keep telling y'all asses, if you don't like my video, don't listen. You know? Real talk. Nobody making you listen to this video. But yeah, this is the propaganda that Max been putting out. But this is what a lot of white supremacists try to do. They try to put black people up against each other. And to be honest with you, there's some black people out there that try to play black people up against each other. You know, this is some of the things that we need to be talking about. Instead of worrying about, you know what I'm saying, worrying about what promotional companies certain fighters fight with and trying to divide the black community with this Bud and Errol Spence thing. Because that's what it is. You basically doing the work for the people. Okay? Because as I said before, some of the people on the other side of the street, the people that's in charge of that organization, they don't treat black people right neither. I just got to keep it 100. But I'm not going to go into that. Not going to go into that. But I'm just talking about Max Kellerman. We need to be talking more about guys like him. Because Max Kellerman puts out propaganda. See, the thing is, I can hold my own against Max Kellerman. I can poke holes in everything that he said. See, you got to understand, Max Kellerman, when he says those talking points, those are for the casual and the clueless boxing fan. And see, when you have your own outlet to say stuff like that, of course you're going to get people that's going to believe it, because Max Kellerman is catering to a certain audience. Let me explain something to you guys. Y'all not gullible. I know my subs are not gullible. These people know ESPN, all these other media outlets, these people know the racism that's behind boxing. They just don't want to admit it. They know it exists. And they play off of it. You don't think to a certain degree this stuff with Vasily Lomachenko ain't being did on purpose? By saying that they do that on purpose when they say he's better than Floyd Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, and those type of dudes. Some, you know, because they know people is gonna get pissed off, and it works. Because in their heart of hearts, they know that's not true. But they have to have their representative. To say that Vasily Lomachenko is better than Floyd Mayweather or Muhammad Ali or Sugar Ray Robinson or guys like that, Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, to say that he's better than all those dudes after like less than 20 fights is absurd. I can see. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Let's just say Lomachenko fought 16 pound for pound fighters in a row. Hell yeah, we could make that argument. Hell yeah, we could. It ain't like I said, he's done some great things. Like I said, I would be a damn liar if I said Vasily Lomachenko isn't a great fighter. But but his fans, they like to do that shit. They will take him and then they will try to throw him in black people's face, and they will create this racial agenda And they'll try to say that it's us. They'll try to say it's me. They'll try to say it's barbershop conversation, it's the LDBC, when we clearly see what's going on. But what it is, they just mad because we talk about it and they can't police our channels. That's what it come down to. But Max Kellerman and the people at ESPN, that's the agenda that they push. They do it on purpose. Anybody with common sense knows Vasily Lomachenko ain't the best fighter on the planet. Okay, if you want to say that he's maybe top 10 and all that kind of stuff, okay, that's fine. That's fine. He is a great fighter. But his resume, if you really critique his resume, it says he isn't. Because he only has beaten one arguably pound fighter, and that's Guillermo Rigondeaux. The other guys, it's self-explanatory. And then not to mention he lost to a dude with double-digit losses. And then you have the complaining about, oh, well, dude was hit. Well, at the end of the day, on paper, on his box recs, says he has a loss. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. And that's what I mean. Propaganda that the media is pushing. You telling me a dude that lost his second professional fight is better than people that's never lost. But then they saying they go by his pure talent. That's why. Okay, well, what about Terrence Crawford's pure talent? His movement, his length. What about Errol Spence's pure talent? What about the pure talent that Floyd Mayweather had? Okay. What about the talent that Marquez had? You know what I'm saying? Guys like that. But it need to be said because I'm tying this all in together on what type of agenda that guys like Max Kellerman and ESPN and these other medias push. And Manny Pacquiao fans think I despise Manny Pacquiao. What? Why do you hate Manny Pacquiao? He's a good, but look, man, I don't care about none of that stuff. I don't give a rat's ass about that shit. I don't give a damn about him being a good guy because he's not a good guy. His history says he isn't. Because like I said before, he didn't condemn Freddie Rose for his comments when Freddie Rose clearly used the N-word and everybody heard him. But then these were the same Filipino people that was crying, talking about Floyd Mayweather, what he said about Filipinos was offensive. But these were the same ones that was coming on black channels crying about that. But then when we talk about what Freddie Rose said towards black people, then all of a sudden they get quiet. All of a sudden they don't want to type nothing in the comment section. So like I said, I'm going to keep cooking them. Max Kellerman has been, and ESPN and guys like him been trying to push this agenda. I heard CJ Goodfellow talk about this because at the end of the day, when Floyd left, they went strong on trying to push these Eastern European fighters that nobody cared about, and to this day, don't nobody care about. And that's why HBO is where they are now. At the end of the day, you may not respect black, may not like it, but you need black. You need black fighters to sell fights, to even elevate these so-called great white hypes, other non-black fighters, to catapult them. Okay? And like I said before, Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman don't put him in the argument with the GOAT. People gotta hear this shit, man. People gotta hear this shit. I don't mean that went on for 20 minutes, but I feel like it needed to be said. Max Kellerman and the predominantly white media is pushing a racial agenda. They trying to push black fighters to the back burner. And as long as I'm breathing, as long as I got a YouTube channel, I'm gonna keep fighting for the brothers. against all you motherfuckers. I don't care who ride with me or who against me. I don't care what fighter is a coon in y'all eyes and all that type of shit. Now, it's funny, I'm gonna keep it 100. It's funny how we talk about certain fighters supposed to be down for the cause and they roll with the brothers. But I saw some fighters still rocking Gucci after that shit with Gucci happened. Still had on Gucci shirts. That ain't what, it ain't just Floyd. But we sitting up here always getting in on Floyd for what he did, and that shit Floyd did was whack. But then at the end of the day, there were some other boxers that I seen still rocking Gucci. Y'all seen that video? I threw every bit of Gucci that I had in a garbage can. Threw it in a garbage can. That was thousands of dollars that I threw away. But I'd rather lose thousands of dollars than sit up here and promote a company that don't have respect for my people. But at the same time, they want my people's money. But that's a lot of these companies. They don't respect black, but they want the black dollar. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you to advertise their shit, but they want you to buy it. Just don't talk about it. Just wear it. Wear it, don't talk about it. But yeah, I'm just kicking all this facts to y'all. Because people just don't want to hear this shit. They want to pretend that it don't exist. Like I said, I don't give, and I'm going to explain this too, and I want people to hear this too. This is just real talk. I don't give a fuck about none of these white motherfuckers that sit up here and talk bad about the LDBC and my channel and all that type of shit. Because at the end of the day, they cowards. Like I said, the dog fucker, he ain't going to do shit. And that golf ball chin motherfucker, he ain't gonna do nothing. That white boy ain't gonna do nothing either. They all talk. All they do is bark behind their computer. They ain't gonna do shit. Real talk. They ain't gonna do shit. Cause one, they too broke to do something. And stop falling for this shit that they cool with black people. I'm gonna tell you something. One particular YouTube, don't listen to that dude. That dude don't like black people. You could tell when a person actually that's white or even Hispanic been around black people, they wouldn't speak so highly against black people and say fuck this type of black person or fuck this black person with the malice and the hatred you can hear in their voice. Don't fall for that shit. Don't listen to that bullshit. That's a complete fucking lie. I'm 44 years old, about to be 45 in September. I'm in the best shape of my life. I done seen it all. I done been to all type of different places. I done been around all different types of white people. And I can tell when there's one that's cool with black people, whether one respect black people or one that don't like black people. That dude don't like black people. He a motherfucking lie. He don't hang around no black people. Because somebody black would have been went upside his head the way he talk. He a fucking liar. But he just ain't man enough to say he don't like black people. Because I done seen a couple of times where this clown almost on some of his videos where he almost slipped up and said the N-word, but he caught himself. So you know he used the shit when he ain't on YouTube. That's cool. But he part of the propaganda train. Like I said before, I never asked you to like Floyd. I never said you had to like Floyd. But my thing is, you want him and other people like me to respect what Pacquiao did. And I don't respect Pacquiao because, like I said, Pacquiao is a liar and he is a sore loser. Okay? I won't ever respect him for that because he stole Floyd's moment. Because had he had won, he wouldn't have brought up that shit. And that's, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't have brought up nothing about a shoulder injury. He had a built-in excuse in case he lost the fight. First he said he dreamed that he knocked Floyd out. Then he dreamed and said that he was told that he was going to lose to Floyd Mayweather. Man, just keep changing the story. So I'm just telling y'all that. Y'all got to watch out for shit like that. But it all ties in together because guys like Max Kellerman and other media outlets want to put that out there. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these white supremacists was secretly aligning themselves with Manny Pacquiao, wishing he would beat this black fighter. And this is why, like I said, I don't stand for the national anthem, none of that shit. Why should I? Why? Like I said before, motherfuckers talk that pride and country shit when it's convenient, when they want to holler about certain shit, certain type of shit. But then, like I said, you have all these guys like Shakar Stevenson that represented their country in the Olympics. Deontay Wilder, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, but most of the hatred they got was from people from their own country. Like I said, what crimes did Andre Ward commit? What crime has Deontay Wilder committed? Exactly. And as far as the ones that have gotten in trouble, well, what about the non-black ones that they got in trouble? Because people love to do that shit. Well, that's because they break the law. Who is you to pass judgment on somebody? Oh, I know, because you white. You think the world centers around you. Okay. That's basically what you're saying. That's pretty much what you're saying. The white is right, white privilege mentality. And like I said before, oh, Andre Ward's a dirty fighter. It just is always excuse after excuse. Okay, excuse after excuse. Oh, Andre Ward is born and all that. You know, every excuse you can think of. Oh, he runs. I mean, but then but now all of a sudden you got people praising these up and coming fighters, like, which I got respect for. I'll fuck with Caleb Plant. But now they say our fighters run, but they say guys like Lomachenko and then this other dude that's coming up, Josh Kelly, then Josh Taylor, because people be getting sometimes Josh Kelly mixed up with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor fights at 140. Josh Kelly fights, I think, in between. He's in between 147 and 154. Both of them are white, and both of them are what you call defensive